mutas there, and really all I have to show for it is a cannon. So isn't that awesome? But yeah, now I'm just spamming out units, and I'll be able to reinforce that without too much issue. And I'm just going to grab my infestation pit because I want to hive, because I said I was doing speedlings and mutas, but like first, like you'll see that in 1v1, you'll see muta speedling, but the lings are usually just to harass at the start, you know, run into the mineral line early on in the game, and just make sure that your opponent isn't trying to move out. Because the good thing with that is if you run a bunch of Zerglings and attack the mineral line, that obviously puts your opponent behind, and it also keeps them from moving out of their base because they don't want your Zerglings to get by again and attack all their workers. And then you take advantage there by teching up to mutas and catch them without any anti-air. Like I know I've had that happen to me a couple times as Terran. Obviously I'd be walled off so their speedlings wouldn't get in. But when I try and move out, I get met by the speedlings and it holds me back a little bit. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well I can take out these, I'll grab Hellions or something like that. And then all of a sudden, mutas come flying into my base. But that doesn't happen too much to me anymore because my basic strategy against Zerg is, in 1v1 at least, is I like to grab mech as well. So, oh, okay, send a bunch of zealots in my base, I'm not really sure what that's all about. And yeah, I'm not really bothering to micro that, just sort of throw my Zerglings at it. Because really I'll be fine. Yeah, I lost most of my Zerglings. Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, on my strategy. So yeah, I like to grab some mechs, and by that I mean siege tanks. And then you mix siege tanks, marines, marauders, and medvac. And then if you notice they're getting mutas, you stop with the medvacs and grab Vikings. And if they're not going mutas, just like Roach Hydra, which is more common than mutas I've found, then it just tanks, marines, marauders, medvac, and it's pretty effective for the most part I found. And that's basically what I do. And also I like to try and pressure the expansion pretty early. Because like I've mentioned, oh, scores. Kunitz. Okay, sorry, I'm watching Auto on Pittsburgh hockey here. But yeah, I was talking about pressuring the expansion early, which is a good idea because a lot of the fast expand is just building drones, obviously, because you want to get your economy up quick so that you can just keep pumping out units and really just I don't know, I guess outmass your opponent, because Zerg's so cost effective that if you have 2 bases to the Terran's 1 base, if you trade armies, then the Zerg will be able to rebuild much faster than the Terran, and you're really just behind the whole game if you do that. So what I like to do is put early pressure on those expansions, and that way I guess you could say you keep them honest, because that way they'll have to be building army units instead of drones, and you also gain map control. So if you can just even stick around outside their base, you don't even have to necessarily take out the expansion, but if they know you're outside the base, but they don't have an army to move out and you just keep reinforcing, then you have map control. And that way you can expand all you want, so you can grab another base. And a Terran that's even base with Zerg is in good shape. You're not necessarily ahead, but definitely in good shape. So I don't really even remember what I was talking about. I just kind of started ranting off into my 1v1, not really talking about this game too much. Yeah, so I'll start talking about this now because things are actually happening. So I did grab my 3rd expansion, and you noticed I got a Greater Spire as well. And oh, okay, so my 3rd expansion's in trouble from those mass stalkers. So I'll probably lose that. But the reason I got the Hive, actually, it wasn't to get the Greater Spires because I wanted to get Cracklings. And if you don't know what Cracklings are, it's the increased attack speed upgrade. Yeah, see, I just got it right there. So now I'm researching that, so Zerglings will attack a lot faster. And most people just refer to that as cracklings. So when you get the speed upgrade, the Zerglings are speedlings, and that attack upgrades are cracklings, because obviously you need some sort of drug reference here. And yeah, I should be able to clean this up pretty well. You can see I'm focus firing there. What I'm doing is I've got all my mutas selected, and I hit A for attack, and then I'm holding shift, and I'm clicking on every stalker. So once I kill one, my mutas automatically start focus firing the next one, and I just sort of went in a line there. And it's a pretty good trick when you get units like that, like mutalisks, where focus firing is really that important. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to focus the medvacs though, because I do have bouncing attacks, so they're going to hit the Zerglings. Or, sorry, not the Zerglings, the Marines. Oh, and he's got more stalkers already, wow. But I'm just going to hide up here, because thankfully my ally is paying attention, and he does have tanks up here, so if they try and come up to the tanks, we'll obviously just destroy them. But I do have that Greater Spire coming, so I'm going to transition into Brood Lords, which are pretty cool if you guys haven't seen those. I don't think I've seen them in any of the videos I've posted. But they're really, I don't know if I'd say overpowered, because they're slow but powerful, so kind of like battle cruisers, I guess you could say, in their own way. I mean, it is the Zerg equivalent. It's the strongest air unit, so definitely shades of battle cruisers there. And I'm just going to grab that high yield as well, because I'm mined out at my main. And I've got so many minerals, as you can see, I've really got to spend them on something. And there's a lot of macro required here with Zerg. I mean, you have to remember to always spawn larvae, which I don't always do, because if you don't spawn larvae, then you're behind. And that's really what it boils down to. So, oh, my Zergling's getting in the way there. But yeah, I'm just grabbing Evo chambers now, because I realized it's nice that I got these Zerglings, but no upgrade cracklings is, I don't know, not really all that effective. So I got both Evo chambers, so I'm just going to grab armor and attack upgrades respectively. And Zerg, with Terran, you can get the attack upgrades a lot faster than any race, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that Terran have the fastest upgrades, and that's obviously offset by Protoss. They can chrono boost their upgrades, but Zerg, I don't think they really have anything to increase the speed, so yeah, I should probably just back out here. And I kind of realized that, I'm like, sure, just attack, but then I wisely decided to back off and wait for my allies' tanks here to help me out. And back at the base, I realize I want Brood Lords now, and I'm like, wait, what's the upgrade for that? And I built a lair there by accident. That wasn't intentional. I was just, that's where I thought the corruptors were, because I didn't know the hotkey. Yeah, now my allies got the tanks, so I'm gonna send in my units here. But I kind of have to back out. I just left my Zerglings because whatever. Just a good distraction. And now I'm coming in with my mutas. And trying to somewhat micro there. But now I got my corruptors up, and there's the Brood Lord. So I'm just spamming, and I'm out of gas again. It's 150 gas per Brood Lord. So, a lot of gas there, and I'm realizing I'm going to need more gas now, so I build extractors at this other natural that I reclaimed. And I realized I kind of forgot about that high yield. I mean, I grabbed it, but didn't really do anything with it. Although I think it does come into play later. Like,